Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
It's Jessie.
And it's Jessica. Welcome to the next episode of our new series called 10 Minutes With, where we interview our friends about their course and their experience at the University of Birmingham. Make sure you guys check out the previous episodes that we've uploaded so far, and if you guys have any suggestions of any more courses you want to hear about, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and without further ado, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe. This is 10 Minutes With an English student. Guys! So we are here with Darcy. So Darcy, introduce yourself.
I'm Darcy. I'm a third year English student, just finished.
Yeah. And Darcy is our housemate.
Yeah.
Darcy lives with us. We met through cheer.
Yeah,
Literally everyone we've interviewed so far has been cheer or American football. We've been on the team for 3 years. Darcy's our hip hop coach. You guys have seen her in the vlog so much.
Yeah, I'm looking rough as well.
Can I just say one little memory? I remember the first time I met Darcy. Yeah. It was over Zoom, and it was hip hop. It was hip hop Zoom, for cheer. And I remember looking at her, I was thinking, she's so cool. She's so cool. I don't think she was so cool. And then when we found out that you were going to be hip hop coach, I was so excited. Because I was like, I can't wait to be pushed as a dancer because I know how incredible you are. So I was, that was my first impression of you. I was like, she's so cool.
Yeah, I remember as well you guys doing the audition for dance coach and performance coach, and I remember thinking they got that shit together. And I remember joining the Facebook group chat of cheer and seeing both your profile pictures of you on the stairs.
Yeah,
and I was thinking, they're so fit.
A degree yesterday. Submitted yesterday. So this is a perfect person to talk about the course. Question is, why did you choose to study English, and did you have any career aspects in mind when you were choosing your course?
I didn't have any career. I aspirations. I looked at I was looking a lot between media studies type courses and English, and I remember I went on work experience the first year of my A-levels, and they were like, if you're going to choose English. And I remember being like, okay, and then looking at the courses and thinking, actually no, you can kind of get more out of it, and I just loved it at A-level at school, and I thought if I'm going to go to uni to do anything, it would be something
Why in particular did you choose University of Birmingham compared to any other university?
It was quite high up in
your choices.
In
terms of
ranks,
Russell Group, uni.
I knew I wanted to aim high. I actually have a really dumb answer for this. When we went, because I was really set on a London uni, and then
really,
and then when I went to, I was like, okay, might as well just go to the open day and see what it's like. And it was such a sunny day.
That's what literally everyone keeps saying.
And there was loads of dogs, and there was my childhood dog at the gates, and I was like, oh my god, this is a sign or something. It was really stupid, I know. But that, and in terms of the course, the people, I remember chatting to one tutor, who were really enthusiastic, and they made me really excited about it, and
What's your favourite and least favourite module?
Okay.
From 3 years.
From 3 years, I can't even remember my first year ones, but I know in second year there was one that I didn't really enjoy that much, which was medieval literature. Once you it's actually quite interesting. You would have thought it'd be really boring and stuff, but that time of history where the literature comes from was before it was really heavily religious. So it's actually really quite crazy. And then I just found it such a kind of heavy module in terms of the language, because it's it's in Old English. It's not. The reason I picked it was because you had to pick pairs modules, and it paired with another module that I really wanted to do.
Doing it wasn't that fun, but you gained a lot out of it. Okay. So what's your favourite module?
I've got two answers. One is this year, the one I've just submitted, the modern American poetry. There's such a variation, so if you prefer novels, if you prefer films, if you prefer anything like that, there's a lot of modules out there, especially in third year. I actually found it just really interesting. I chose straight honours, just English, but you can have joint honours English with creative writing. They also, in just straight English, you can have the choice of doing some of those creative modules.
Okay. And looking back, was your course what you expected it to be? Was it harder, easier? Were there certain aspects you were
It was kind of as hard as I expected it to be. I expected it to be a lot of work, and it was quite a lot of work, a lot of reading and stuff like that. I wasn't expecting it to be this interesting, as in I think back in A-level, back in school, you have a real perception of English. They teach you to read romantic poets, old poets, lots of old dead white guys. But there's so many authors and so many modules and so many ways that you can kind of really make it to do with current society. Actually, I feel I've learned a lot about feminism and colonialism, all these big topics that matter today. But there's a real perception of English how's it relevant to today? But it was so, I feel I've learned a lot I'll take with me. It's
In terms
not
of like having books, did you end up taking out a lot more books than you thought?
from the library.
Because Darcy always takes out books from the library, but then did you feel like also for someone like coming to uni, would you say you have to take out a lot of books, but you also have to buy your own?
Yeah,
that's something to think about.
That's one thing. They do try and make it as like
Cost-effective.
Yeah, cost-effective, like accessible as possible. So, like majority of the books, I'm pretty sure like all of the books that you like are core texts to the module, you can get through the library.
Yeah.
I bought quite a few of them because I wanted to write in them.
Okay, yeah.
And like, especially if it's a module I really liked, I knew that I'd want to keep them after. I think like if like people are planning to like get it all from the library, like don't leave it to the week that you're studying it to get it because they might all be gone.
Okay, that's a good piece of advice.
Yeah, and just make sure you know what you're reading before like the term starts, and maybe read it before. I know that like sometimes, so like you'll get like reading lists in summer, like just being organised like that.
Did you wait? So you have readings during summer, and you had to read
like in second year I had a module that was like a novel each week, so we had like 8 novels. So I checked the like list before it came out, I think and then I bought them and read them over summer, just so that I could get. Well, I read like half of them, but like
to get a head start.
Yeah, because you don't really have the time when the term starts. Well, I know me, I'm quite a slow reader, which isn't that helpful to the course, but so it just helps in terms of organisation.
What was first year like for you, and what was the transition from first year into second year? Like your course and like just socially
in general. Yeah. First year was weird. Obviously, it was all like
COVID.
Our course managed it quite well because they tried to make it as in person as possible. I liked first year. I think they were really like nice in the way that they eased us into it. Going into the second year, I think was a bit of a shock.
Oh, it felt like a jump.
Yeah, because I remember like everything started to open up a little bit in the first year, and like it was like sit down pubs and stuff like that, and we all went a bit crazy, and then like and then we came back in second year and it was like everything started at once. It was like freshers
for us, it was proper
clubbing, and like everything was open, so everything was a bit like let's go, and then it was like okay, but also everything starts to matter as well. And it was in that first semester of second year that I learned. It was a learning curve.
What's one thing people don't expect about your course that you think they should know?
I think like kind of like what I said before, like it can be interesting and really relevant. I feel like, especially, not to get political, but like there's a real push towards STEM subjects and push towards maths and stuff like that. It's like, oh, these are the only useful ones to do, but I feel like people forget that English can be really useful in terms of like understanding society and really mould the course to what you're interested in.
Yeah.
I felt sometimes a bit like intruder, like imposter syndrome, like I hadn't read all like the big classics before I came. Like I liked who I liked, and that still helped.
What would you say is the hardest part of your course? Is it the assignments, the contact hours?
Hardest part I think was the assignments are hard, but once you get into them, they're not like, as long as you're like making sure that you're contacting tutors and like just got your time organised, they're just as like any other kind of assignment, but it can get difficult to commit each week to like the seminars when it's a different novel and you're like doing other modules. Sometimes like the load gets quite a lot, especially if, like I said, like you haven't read them before, like you can kind of get a bit lost and I definitely did in the second year, like first term second year I was really behind on readings and stuff like that, and it just meant that when I was in seminars I was just like sat there like please don't pick on me, please don't pick on me.
And you have to speak in the seminars.
Yeah, in first year I hated tutors that were like, you speak, and you'd be like, oh. But like in third year you realise like how much more valuable it is. When people don't contribute and you don't just get anything out of it. It feels like a waste of time. You have to like, so that's like maybe a tip, like just make sure that you're always like getting involved in seminars and stuff. You get way more out of it. Even if, this has been me before, even if it's literally just you and the tutor talking and everyone else looking like they're falling asleep, it's actually, at least you're getting your money's worth. You do have to be very self-disciplined in terms of like, okay, I need to read this now, I need to do this. So at the end of like each module you're kind of picking your own questions, so you have to have developed a kind of interest in the module, kind of have that self-discipline, which sounds really scary, but when I started I was the least disciplined, like really unorganised person, so the fact that I've got through it means anyone could do it.
Day-to-day life. Yeah, your day-to-day life as an English student.
In third year, contact hours go down so much, so you might have like one lecture or one seminar a day. One thing I didn't like about my course is that it was quite solitary.
Oh. So you would just sit and
I would just sit and read.
You would just it's very like you feel by yourself a lot. It's not very interactive. You sit and read. It's all in your head.
Which I don't mind. I'm quite like I don't
not like that, but yeah,
I'm fine. But like I feel like I'm okay with that. I quite like doing that by myself. But
from your course, what are some of your best memories at UoB?
The classic, I feel like probably like explosions and stuff like that. Like the big like cheer events.
Yeah.
So
big part of cheer.
Oh yeah. I feel like that has just enriched the whole thing.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've made friends for life?
Definitely. Like I feel like I came to uni like having like been like dancing for so many years and having such a tight knit group of friends from that.
Yeah.
And like I always like knew that like just loved having kind of almost like a group of girls. And I was like, that's why I like saw cheer and saw this like one big team. I was like, yeah, that looks like the kind of thing I want to do. And it just has been exactly that. Like I really like how it works
like a
out.
family.
Yeah. I feel like Birmingham's quite like a sociable place. Like, I feel like you get out of it what you put in. And where I went to uni thinking like, oh, I'm not a very sociable person, I actually ended up being a really sociable person. And
for someone out there watching this who is coming to university, what top tips would you give them?
For English, I'd say read a lot, but like read what you like. Staying involved with English outside of just the course is valuable because you have to kind of put yourself out there and make yourself a little bit uncomfortable. When making friends, when like I feel like I wasn't a very sociable person before. I always just found like interactions like that really like cringe and really awkward, and I was like, oh, I can't do that. But like just like pushing through that and like just talking to anyone and everyone.
They feel the same way you feel.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally everyone's in the same boat. You can meet so many different people at uni, like people that you are nothing like you, and I feel like some people might shy away from that. They want to find their crowd and stuff, but there's so much value in talking and like meeting people that are nothing like you and
don't stick to what you know. Don't stick to what you, or what you think you should have, or who you think you should be friends with.
The smaller your like vision is for it, like the easier it is. I feel like as in like if you have too many, not expectations, but too many kind of preconceptions of what it's going to be like, it will make it harder. You just kind of have to really go with the flow. Take every opportunity as it comes, I think.
Okay, so thank you so much, Darcy, for talking to us about English and your life at UoB. Thank you for living with us this year. It's been good.
It's been really good.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of 10 Minutes With. We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye!